Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Okay, before we start for our program for today, let us reciting basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, before we begin our material for today, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Waswitul Munawwaro, this is my partner.
My name is Wahibuddin. You can call.
We are from 6th semester of English Education Department of Madura Islamic University. Okay, for this opportunity, I have some material for you. This is about the drama. Many kind of the drama, but we just focus to 3 points for the drama. The first is dramatic structure. The second is character, and the last is the language and rhetoric. Okay, we continue with the first material is about the dramatic structure. What is dramatic structure? Dramatic structure is the structure of the dramatic work such as a play or film. Okay, structure. What is structure? Structure is structure. So the meaning of the dramatic structure is struktur of drama. Struktur dari sebuah drama. Okay. There are 7 elements of dramatic structure in Fractals pyramid. The first is exposition, the second is inciting incident, and the third is rising action, and for number 4 is climax, number 5 is falling action, and number 6 resolution, and the last is denouement. Okay, we continue for the first explanation about exposition. Okay, exposition, the storyteller sets the scan and the character's background. That means in this section of exposition, there is we can call her about the narrator. In the drama, there is a narrator, and for the second element is inciting incident. What is the definition of inciting incident? The character reacts to something that has happened, and it starts a chain reaction of events. Inciting incident means that the character, or we can focus to the protagonist character, that begin make or look for her problem. And number 4 is rising action. The definition of rising action is the story builds. There is often a complication, which means that the problem the character try to solve gets more complex. Rising action means that the character that has that the character more want to look for the solve of her problem, but the problem more complex. And number 4 is climax. This is the fourth element of dramatic structure. Climax is the story reaches the point of greatest tension between the protagonist and antagonist, or if there is only one main character, the darkness or lightness of that character appears to take control. The climax means that the height of problem of the story. There is a so interesting section with the story or the drama. And for number 5 is falling action. The story shifts to action that happens as a result of the climax, which can also contain a reversal when the character shows how they are changed by event of the climax. For the falling action mean that in this section the character begins show how they change by climax problem. So the problem, the character of the drama or the figure of the drama start to solve her problem and show how they get the problem for the climax section. And number 6 is resolution. Resolution, the character solves the problem or conflict. Okay, in the 6th section, it is the character solve the problem or conflict. The character finish her problem or conflict in the section resolution. And the last is denouement. What is denouement? Denouement is French for the ending. The denouement is often happy, it's a comedy, and a dark and sad if it's a tragedy. Denouement means is ending of the story. maybe the story can to we call to sad ending if the story is tragedy, but it is the happy ending if the story is comedy. Okay, we continue with the second material is about the character. Many characters in the drama there are 8 characters of drama. The first is protagonist. Protagonist is the main character, and actor who is at the center of a story that has a good character. This figure determines the course of the story. All the decisions become a determinants of the story. Indeed, the existence of a protagonist is to face and overcome problems that arise for a purpose. This problem can come from others' character, there is own shortcoming, even though nature. For the problem, maybe the problem come to the environment or society or the same character. And number 2 is antagonist character. This figure is the opposite of the protagonist. He plays a bad character, become an enemy, and causes conflict. Generally, the protagonist and antagonist never get along. They often fight. The antagonist arrogant, strong, and contradictory nature of the protagonist makes some drama stories reach climax. The antagonist character, this character usually have a bad character and always fighting with the protagonist character. Okay, for the third character is deuteragonist. What is the deuteragonist character? If there is a character who sides with the protagonist, he is a deuteragonist. This figure tries to help the protagonist to solve the problem. Not only that, the protagonist also carry out the protagonist's intention and sometimes become a place for complaint for the protagonist. That means that the protagonist character is this character usually side of the protagonist character to help her solve their problem. And Number four of the character in drama is Tritagonist character. Tritagonist character, keepers of peace, natural and impartial. That's the Tritagonist. This figure usually give his opinion and advice to the protagonist and antagonist character. He is a mediator. Usually has a simple character, authoritative and wise. Not only that, this character usually has an open feeling and also has broad insight that why he always look for the best way from protagonist and antagonist. That means that the tritagonist, usually this character between the protagonist and antagonist character to become solve of their problem and look for or give opinion for the problem of the protagonist and antagonist character. And number 5 is foil. This figure is involved in a conflict between the protagonist and the antagonist. It's just that decided with the antagonist. The goal is the same as the antagonist, which is to prevent the protagonist from achieving his goal. Foil figures usually become a place for complaint for antagonists. In addition, he always gave advice, but his advice actually worsened the condition of the antagonist. The mean that foil, this character, the position is same with the deuteragonist, same, but the difference is deuteragonist is side of the protagonist, but in the foil is beside on antagonist character. And number six, the character of drama is confident. Confident figures at glance are similar to the protagonist, who both have the trust of the protagonist, but there are differences between the two figures. The protagonist helps the protagonist to carry out his intention, but is not entirely a place to complain protagonist about his personal opinion. Meanwhile, confident get full trust for the protagonist as place to complain and express personal opinion that protagonist of generally should not be known by other figures. Only confident and the audience can know that opinion. Okay, the mean that confident, this character also same with the protagonist. Same with the protagonist, namely same get trust for the protagonist character. But the difference is in the confident character, protagonist tell all of the problem to her. rational character. What is the definition of rational character? The definition is you will not see the present rational character in a drama. However, you can listen to her voice about the drama being performed. This voice is the mouthpiece for the whole story. Usually, he will tell the introduction of each plot to explain the story of what is being played by the character. That means that rational character is usually this character will tell every plot to explain of the story that the play by drama. So we can rational character here just want to explain clearly about the story in the drama. And number 8 character is utility. What is utility? Utility is familiar with the supporting cast. This is the utility. He becomes a supporting figure or complement to support a series of stories to be sustainable. Utility figures are usually entertainers, although inspiration is not important, but the utility makes each scene clearer and feels real. Okay, after knowing the type of characterization above, are you aware that every television program or book you read has the characters? All of them carry out their respective roles to give life to a story. Without this character, the story you watch and read we feel like watching. Drama is indeed a very humanistic literary work which makes a story really live. Okay, for the next material is the language and rhetoric. It is we will explain with my partner. Can continue with our partner.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to continue the material today in drama. In drama, there is a language and rhetoric in drama. Apa itu language? Apa itu rhetoric? Language, speech, activities cannot be spared with human life. Jadi, bahasa ini adalah erat hubungannya dengan kehidupan manusia. Contoh, seperti kita mau speaking, interaksi, get information with my friend, and others. Language, there is 4 kind of drama. Number 1, choose language variety. Apa itu language variety? The language variety, kita tidak hanya mengenal satu bahasa. And then number 2, choose language material. Memilih materi bahasa. Materi bahasa itu terkandung di dalamnya adalah kata, word, term, expression, and sentence. Jadi di dalam materi itu isi kata, istilah, ungkapan, dan kalimat. Because of semua bahasa bukan berarti cocok dengan semua materi yang ada dalam drama. And number 3, organize language material. Atur semua bahasa. Jadi dalam tadi materi yang dimaksud material yang terkandung dalam material itu adalah kata, istilah, ungkapan, dan kalimat. Jadi semua itu harus diatur sehingga kemudian itu semua bisa digunakan semaksimal mungkin. Karena jika tidak diatur benar, terkadang penggunaan atau pemakaian tersebut kadang tidak sinkron dengan situasi dan kondisi yang ada dalam sebuah drama. So that akan menghasilkan sebuah drama yang mampu dicerna dan yang gampang dipahami oleh para viewer, oleh para konsumen yang melihat. Then number 4, choose the style of language. The style of language that is very important in a drama. Karena ini memilih gaya bahasa ini merupakan suatu yang sangat penting dalam sebuah pembicaraan, dan ini sangat berperan penting dalam sebuah drama untuk menghasilkan eksistensi drama yang berkualitas tinggi. Gitu. Tadi kita sudah belajar bahasa, retorika bahasa. Sekarang we continue this the first phase of rhetoric. Jadi kita akan lanjutkan ke tujuan retorik. Retoriknya itu memiliki tujuan apa? Aristoteles said in the book, retorik ini merupakan ilmu pengetahuan. Ilmu pengetahuan pada awalnya adalah untuk membujuk. Itu retorik. Now I want to explain the function of rhetoric. Jadi ada tujuannya, juga ada fungsinya juga. Apa fungsi dari retorik? Fungsi dari retorika ini pada dasarnya adalah prepare good facilities, namely of perfect knowledge and weight from speakers. Jadi ini merupakan fungsi dari retorik, sehingga hasil dari drama itu bukan hanya untuk menghibur saja, bukan hanya untuk senang-senang saja. Dengan adanya fungsi dari retorik ini, fungsi dari retorika ini agar supaya melahirkan drama yang berkualitas tinggi. Gitu. Retorik, there is 4 benefit. Jadi ada 4 manfaat di dalam retorik. Yang pertama, great speaker of making decisions. Jadi retorik ini yang pertama memandang pembicara dalam membuat keputusan. Itu yang pertama. Kemudian yang kedua, ini retorik teacher speaking in causing argument. Jadi untuk mengajar pembicara dalam memilih argumen, dalam memilih pendapat atau kosakata itu. Kemudian number 3, apa benefit for 3 itu, yang ketiga itu adalah rhetoric teacher speaking in persuasion. Jadi di sini mengajarkan pembicara dalam pendekatan persuasif. Apa pendekatan persuasif ini? Pendekatan persuasif ini adalah kekuatan, adalah bujukan yang halus. Doktrin istilahnya. Number 4, rhetoric great rationally speaking. Nomor 4 ini adalah panduan retorika pembicara secara rasional. Apa itu maksudnya? Artinya berbicara sesuai dengan keadaan, berbicara yang bisa dimengerti oleh audiens, oleh konsumen. I think enough, that's all from me. I hope the presentation this morning benefit for you all. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.